Good morning, students. Now, HS second year mathematics. We are doing differential calculus, which is an important chapter, and we have finished continuity portion. It is a limit part. Now we will do differentiation. Differentiation. Already we have knowledge in class 11. Differentiation generally meaning is what? It is the rate of change of y with respect to x, that is change of dependent variable with respect to the very small change in independent variable. And geometrically it means it is what? That it is the slope of the tangent at that point. Now some formula that already I have given, but still I am going to give because it is very very important. You have to write this one. First one, dxn dx, it is what? Nx to the power n minus 1. This is the first formula, and also this can be proved also by so many formulae, and it is what? First principle we can prove. Second one, d e to the power x with respect to x is e to the power x. Third, differentiation of a to the power x with respect to x is a to the power x log a base e. Then d dx of log x, it is what? 1 by x. Then differentiation of sin x, it is what? Cos x. Then differentiation of cos x, it is what? Minus sin x. That we know actually, already we have done. So now we again going to revise these things as it is like that. Then differentiation of 10x, it is what? Sec square x. Then ddx of cot x, it is what? Minus cos x square x. Then ddx of sec x, it is what? Sec x 10x. Then we know this one, ddx of cosec x, which is minus cot x cosec x. Then we know inverse also, ddx of sin inverse x, sin inverse x. We have knowledge in inverse trigonometrical function of chapter 2, it is inverse. Differentiation of sin inverse x is 1 by root over 1 minus x square. Then differentiation of cos inverse x, it is what? Minus 1 root over 1 minus x square. Then so I expect you will copy this one and you have to learn this one. You should be ready for any formula uses. Differentiation of tan inverse x, it is what? 1 by 1 plus x square. Then ddx of cot inverse x, it is what? Minus 1 by 1 plus x square. Then ddx of sec inverse x, it is what? 1 by root over x square minus 1. This is. Then last one for this current chapter, we need this much, it is what? Minus 1 by x root over x square minus 1. So this much formula you have to learn, and you have to know all the things. At any time we may use any of the formula. So these things we need for starting of exercise 5.2. Now in exercise 5.2, one special rule they have said, this is what? Chain rule. Chain rule. So with that only we will do. Now we are going to explain chain rule. It will be better if I explain with the sum, with the example of with the question of that exercise. So what is this? Suppose I have given in exercise 5.2, they have given sine x square plus 5. Then you have to differentiate with respect to x. Now how to do this sum? Sine x square plus 5 with respect to x. If we go through the formula, then our formula is what? d sine x. d dx of sine x is cos x. Here, one thing you have to remember, this x, that x, both are same. Then result will come with that x. That you have to notice. চেইন রুলে এটা মনে রাখতে হবে যে এখানে যা লিখি ফর্মুলাতে এটা অবভিয়াস যে এখানেও এটা লিখতে হবে। সাপোজ ইট ইজ y, then it should be what? Y. Then our value, it will come with y. That you have to remember. If it is in place of y, suppose it is u, then you have to write u. That you have to remember. Now see, here x square plus 5, but here x. So it is a troublesome because we already said this, if it is same, then same thing will come here. Now how to make this to same? See here, we can write x square plus 5. Instead of dx, I have written x square plus 5. See here, sine x square plus 5 as it is I have kept. I have made no change with this one. But this x I have replaced by dx square plus 5. Instead of x, we have written x এর জায়গায় x square plus 5 লিখেছি। So it is to not same. So something we have to add here to make this same. So as I have written these things here, to make it equilibrium, make it as it is, we have to write this thing again here. You watch it minutely. অনেকটা এরকম যে এখানে যা লিখলাম এটা ক্যান্সেল হয়ে গেল, তখন দেখো আবার dxটা এসে গেছে। This is not true, but I am for proper explanation. আমার সাইনের সাথে x square plus 5, it is given sine with this one. So without this one, we cannot do same. But as I have written here forcefully this one, to cancel this, to make it equilibrium, we have to write it again. This is actually function of function. This is not directly that this cancel. You may think for proper explanation. Now see, this and that same, y, x. Then if both are same, cos of that one we have to write. So this, if you consider this is as our y, this is y, sin y with respect to y, definitely it will be cos y. Cos y means here x square plus 5. That portion you have to understand it nicely, because if both are same, then result will come in cos of this one. Here this and that same, so as usual with that formula, as we have just seen, that this, if it is equal, then this is cos y. So I have written, now this portion is what? Differentiation of x square with respect to x, differentiation of 5 with respect to x. dx square dx, it is with the formula dx and dx, it is what? nx to the power n minus 1. So if I put 2x to the power 2 minus 1, that is twice x. This will be what? Twice x, and this is what? Constant differentiation is 0. So we can write here twice x, I will write here, plus 0, no need to write, cos x square plus 5. So students, you see, this is the answer of that one. This is the use of chain rule. This is called chain rule. Chain way, I have here chain is used because we cannot do this one differentiation with respect to x, as we have formula that this both should be same. I make it same by writing this one, and to make it equilibrium, I have to write here. This writing, this way of presentation of your answer, this way of doing the derivative of a function is called chain rule. So chain rule, once time we have done, some you will find that more than one it is used. So let's we go for second sum. Now I am going to do our next sum. Next sum of this exercise, it is differentiation of d dx cos sin x. See here, cos theta, cos x, cos y. But in place of angle, it is given what? Sin x. So now we will see. Differentiation of cos y is what? d dx of cos x is what? Our formula is minus sin x. Just I have written. What it is? X, then value is minus sin x. Here in place of x, you see it is written sin x. In place of x, it is written sin x. So we have to change this x. How to change? D cos sin x, and instead of that x, we have to write sin x. Now see, it is same. Whatever it is there, this is there. Whatever it is here, it is there. Then to make it equilibrium, we have to write again here d sin x. অনেকটা এরকম যেমন d sin x কেটে গেল, আমরা আবার dx পেয়ে গেলাম. We can write this line as this way. So this is our chain rule. This rule we will use here, and this is chain rule. Now formula is what? Differentiation of cos x with respect to x is minus sin x. In place of x, our sin x is there. Our result will be what? Minus sin. In place of x, it is sin x, so sin x. And differentiation of sin x is what? Cos x. So this is our answer of question number 2. See, it is such a rule. So if you go through deeply in this one, so then you can only do. Now question number 3. Question number 3, it is sin ax plus b. Sin ax plus b. So we will write first formula. Differentiation of sin x with respect to x is cos x. X, if same, answer will be cos x. But here to in place of x, it is this one. They are only x. So how to do? D sin ax plus b, d ax plus b, then dAx plus b, then dx. Using chain rule. I have used here chain rule to what? To explain this one, to do this sum, we have used. Now differentiation of sin x with respect to x is cos x. Differentiation of this with respect to this, of course it is cos ax plus b. Now if we differentiate that one, a is constant, we will go outside. A dx dx plus d b dx. Differentiation of x with respect to x is 1, so a into 1 is a, and differentiation of b with respect to x is 0. So we get only, as this is 1, this is 0, a into 1 is a, so we will write a first, cos ax plus b as our answer of question number 3. So I think it will be clear about this one. Now it is one time we have done the that chain rule. Now in question number 4, you will find it is little bit more than that one we have to do. Question number 4, it is given d dx of sec tan root x. See here, this is given. So differentiation of sec x is what? Differentiation of sec x with respect to x is sec x tan x. If it is x, this is x, and then both the places x you have to put. But here in place of x, it is tan root x. It is given what? 10 root x in place of x. So definitely we have to write what here? 10 root x. Chain rule. Now to cancel this one, to make it equal, what we have to write? In numerator also we have to write 10 root x. Now again you see that differentiation of 10x with respect to x is sec square x. Here if it is x, then here this also x. If both are same, answer is sec square x. Here it is root x, so we cannot write, we have to write here d root x. Why? To make like that. After that, then to make it equal, what we have to do? D root x dx. So you see that 2 times chain rule we have used. Sec 10 root x here. 10 root x, make it same, we have written in numerator. S 10x with respect to x is sec square x. So here root x, we cannot differentiate with respect to x. So what we will write? Here root x. To make it same, we have to, as our denominator is dx, so numerator again I have written root x, then dx. Root x can be written as x to the power half. What we can write? Root x as x to the power half. Now we will use the formula. Differentiation of sec x is sec x tan x. So here we will write sec 10 root x 10 root x. What we have done? In place of x, we have written 10 root x. So sec this one, 10 this one, x. This one, sec this, 10 this. I think you are clear. Now 10x is sec square x, so of course we have to write sec square what? X. If it is x, then x. If it is root x, then it is root x. So this is that portion's differentiation is this one. Now this one. We know what differentiation of x to the power n with respect to x is n x to the power n minus 1. If it is half, it will be half and it is half minus 1. So half x to the power minus half. That is 1 by 2 x to the power half. That is 1 by 2 root x. See, differentiation of x to the power half with respect to x we can write as 1 by 2 root x. So here we will include this one 1 by 2 root x. So this is the answer of question number 5. I think it is, you understood this one. It is double 2 times we have used the chain rule. Double usage of chain rule. Now question number 5. So if you go minutely, then it is not a tough one. It is just a what? You have to use your mind with the help of formula, with the help of chain rule. You have to do. Now question number 5. It is ddx of sine ax plus b cos cx plus b. They have asked to find this one. Now before doing this one, we have to use another thing. It is division formula of derivative. It is what? Differentiation of u by v. Formula is denominator v square, numerator du dx into v minus u dv dx. That formula we have used so many times in class 11. It is what? If it is in rational form, then we can write in this way. It is one function of x divided by other function of x. Then we can write it is what? Denominator into differentiation of numerator minus numerator into differentiation of denominator, whole thing divided by denominator square. Here you see that instead of e, it is sin ax plus b. Instead of b, it is cos cx plus d. So of course, if we use this formula, denominator square, that is cos cx plus d whole thing square, so of course it is cos square, this one, as b square it is. After that, we will write b is what? Cos cx plus d, b into du dx. Then differentiation of sin ax plus b, as it is u. So what we have written? We have written b into du dx minus u, that is sin ax plus b into differentiation of this one, differentiation of b, d cos cx plus d with respect to x. So with this formula we have used in this one. Here it is u by v form, so we have used this one. Now from our earlier experience, what we have to do, in place of x we will write what? Ax plus b. Then ax plus b we have to differentiate again. Here also it is cx plus d. So we have to use cx plus d here and then differentiate cx plus d again with respect to x. This is the chain rule. So here we will use this one as well as this one, differentiation of this, both of this one, with the help of chain rule. So if we use this one as chain rule, cos of this is same, cx plus d. Differentiation of sin ax plus b with respect to ax plus b is cos ax plus b. Just skipping this one because just already we have done this type of sum, so we can do. Then differentiation of this with respect to x. Of course, ax differentiation is a and differentiation of b is 0, minus sin ax plus b. Now if we differentiate this one, cos of this with respect to x, so we will write what? Cos of this with respect to cx plus d into differentiation of cx plus d with respect to x. If we differentiate this with respect to cx plus d, answer will be minus sin cx plus d. So it will be plus and it is sin cx plus d. Then if we differentiate cx plus d with respect to x, cx will give c, because dx is 1 and differentiation of d with respect to x is 0. So you see that this is the answer of that one. You can little modify by dividing this one, or you can skip like that. So here what it is not use chain rule 2 times, but first we have used the division rule of derivative. After that we have done this one, chain rule we have used. So this is our question number 5. After question number 5, let us do question number 6. So as per need of this question, we will use chain rule. How much required, how many times required, we will use that many times. So now question number 6 it is. They have asked to do d dx of cos x cube into sin square x to the power 5. See, here it is a problematic one. Why problematic? Because this is a single term, cos x cube. This is another term sin square x by x to the power 5. We have Leibniz product rule. The differentiation of ub with respect to x is b differentiation of u with respect to x plus divide minus it is, but in product it is plus sign u dv by dx. So that is our Leibniz product rule. We are using this one. We have already used in class 11 and we are using also sometimes in this class also. So this is the rule. Here it is u, this is v. If we consider this one is u, this one is v, we can use this formula. So here b du dx. So of course we will keep this is outside, sine square x to the power 5. Then differentiation of this cos x cube with respect to x. Then plus differentiation of, we will keep u first, that is cos x cube and d dx sine square x to the power 5. I have kept a little space here because we will use the chain rule. Cos x with respect to x, we have the formula. Cos x cube with respect to x, no formula. So of course we will use here chain rule. Instead of x, we will write x cube and then it will multiply by dx cube dx. Why we are using the chain rule? Without using the chain rule, we cannot do. So that's why our target to solve this one, we have used this one. Here also you notice sine square x to the power 5 means sine x to the power 5 whole square. Almost like that, the differentiation of x square with respect to x, then it is twice x. X square x. Here instead of x, this term. So of course you will replace this by sine x to the power 5. Why written? Using chain rule, because if you see this 2x, then it is answer is twice x. So I have written this term here, and to make it equilibrium, we will write d sine x to the power 5 with respect to x to the power 5. Both should be same. Then again to make it same, dx to the power 5 with respect to x. See here, 3 times chain rule is used. First what? Actually it is dx, differentiation of sine square x to the power 5 with respect to x. As it is sine square, so I have given square on the power. So as it is like that, dx square dx, so we have written here this one like that, x. So sine x to the power 5, sine x to the power 5. To make it equilibrium, I have written this thing on the numerator again. But we know differentiation of sine x with respect to x has the formula. But sine x to the power 5, of course we need sine x to the power 5 here. I have written here x to the power 5. Again to equilibrium this x to the power 5, I have again written dx to the power 5 with respect to x. Then now we will use our all the formula. Differentiation of cos x with respect to x is minus sine x. So minus I will take outside sine, and in place of x it is x cube. Then differentiation of x cube with respect to x. Differentiation of x to the power n with respect to x is what? Nx to the power n minus 1. So it is 3x to the power 3 minus 1. So we will write here what? 3 I will take here minus 3 into x square. So this is the differentiation of that part. Now we are going to do our next part, cos x cube. Differentiation of this with respect to that. Consider of this one. So of course it is what? 2x. In place of x it is what? Sine x to the power 5. How? Think of that one. X twice x. Sine x to the power 5, sine x to the power 5. Of course it is 2 sine x to the power 5. Now differentiation of sine x to the power 5 with respect to x to the power 5. If you think of differentiation of sine x with respect to x, it is what? Cos x. So here it will be cos x. But here in place of x what? X to the power 5. I I have written last one, that is differentiation of x to the power 5 with respect to x. What formula we will use? N x to the power n minus 1. So it is 5x to the power 4. 5 if I take here, it will be what? 5 to the 10 into x to the power 4. Now see student, how I have used the chain rule 3 times. Of course it is what? Little bit thinking, use of mind. Sometimes students may puzzled here that it is square, what it is. Think of this one. One time if you do this sum, then automatically your brain will come out. So I expect it is you have learned that one, how to use this. First here u into b form used, and then here chain rule single time, but it is 3 times it is used. So with that expectation that you understood this one nicely, that much for today.